Hello students, welcome to AIMS India online classes. This is a chemist session. Here we are discussing about the chapter weather and climate. In this session we are going to see about weather from this chapter. Weather influences our lives in different ways. For example, during summer we switch on the fans to keep ourselves cool. We use light colored clothes in order to reflect the heat, isn't it? Because in summer the temperature will be very high. To get comfort from this, to avoid sweating this all, what do? We should switch on the fans and we use different light colored cloths, cotton cloths we use to reflect the heat. And we take some cool drinks also. Uh, Cool drinks with aerated waters, coconut waters, which gives coolness to our body. We use this all, isn't it? And during winter, we use dark colored clothes and wrap ourselves in warm clothes to protect us from cold environment. Because in winter the temperature is very cool. So to avoid getting effect from this coolness, we use different dark colored clothes and even woolen sweaters, mufflers. We use this all to protect us from the cold environment. In the same way, during rainy season, we use umbrella or raincoat as it may rain at any time. While going outside, often we carry the raincoat or umbrella with us because in rainy season it may rain at any time. Thus, the weather of a place changes day after day and week after a week, even hour to hour also. The weather will be changing time to time in a place. Sometimes it will be very hot, sometimes it will be very cool, and sometimes it may be raining. Therefore, our daily activities are planned according to the weather predicted for a particular day. Yes, we do some works by predicting the weather on a particular day. Suppose we want to go outside on some work. Just we observe the weather condition. As if it is going to be raining, then what do? We carry some raincoats or umbrella with us while going outside. If it is too hot, if it is going to be too hot on a particular day, what do we carry? We carry some umbrella or we carry some water bottles with us to drink more water to avoid the sunstroke. This all, isn't it? If it is going to be too cool on a day, if it is winter season, what do? We carry some sweaters with us. We can cover our face with some mufflers, isn't it? We wear some gloves to our hands to protect from the coolness. So this all we do by predicting the weather on a particular day. The daily report of weather is provided on television, radio, and even in newspapers also. So we just will guess the predict we will predict the weather. In the same way, the exact report about the weather will be provided us through television, radio, even through newspapers also. What is this weather actually? It may be defined as the day-to-day condition of the atmosphere at a place with respect to the some elements like temperature, humidity, rainfall, and wind speed, etc. So the condition of the atmosphere at a particular place with respect to these elements is called as weather of that area. Weather may be changed from time to time. So the day-to-day condition of a place or atmosphere with respect to the temperature, humidity, rainfall, wind speed is called weather of that particular area. It is a common experience for everybody to hear elder people talking about the possible weather on a day before planning to celebrate a function of his family. I think you heard these words also. Sometimes our elders will be telling, yes, it is going to rain today, like this. And sometimes often they will be telling, yes, it is going to be too hot today. So how they tell this all just based upon their experience. They will say they will predict the weather condition. If it is too cloudy, the sky, then they may predict like that. as it is going to rain today. So we have to plan our works accordingly. If it is very clear, if it is a summer season, yes, it is going to be very hot today. In this way, our elders will be predicting the weather condition which is going to be on a particular day. And even we do the same while we are planning to celebrate some functions at our family home, isn't it? We'll be just predicting, guessing the weather conditions, how it is going to be on a particular day. According to that, we plan our works and celebrations. So they do it by observation of different seasons. So these are all predictions of weather will be done based upon the observations of different seasons. If it is rainy season and the sky is completely cloudy, then what we can predict, what can we guess about the weather? Yes, it is going to rain, isn't it? If we suppose if it is summer, it is very clear the sky in the morning. So what way can we predict from that? Yes, it is going to be very hot today in the noon time. In that way, we can predict the weather based upon the observations of different seasons. Okay. In the same way, farmers listen to radio or watch TV for weather forecast. Yes, in TVs, newspapers, and television, radios, they will give information about the weather forecast. What does it? What is the meaning of weather forecast here? The conditions of weather in the upcoming days is called weather forecast. They will give information about the weather which is going to be in future, how it is going to be, whether it is going to rain or whether it is going to be very hot or it is going to be very cool, how it is going to be, or it is going to be highly windy. So these all information will be given by the scientists in weather forecast. So farmers will be generally listening to these weather forecast. They depend because they depend on these weather predictions to plan their agricultural activities. Yes, farmers, they do follow these weather forecast because they depend on these weather predictions to plan their agriculture activities, what to do on a particular day in their farms. So these weather predictions affect our daily life too. Not only farmers, in our job, all the people, they'll be affected by these weather predictions. We have some effects of these. So the weather is a complex phenomenon that it can vary very short period of time also. Yeah, not only day to day, even in hour to hour also the weather may be changed because, for example, sometimes it is sunny in the morning, but clouds appear from somewhere and it starts raining often. Within a matter of few minutes again, this gives way to bright sunshine. So you must have had several such experiences, isn't it? Yes, you also might have experienced this. What is that? Sometimes in the morning, it will be very sunny. It starts with the sunny day. But all of a sudden, some clouds will come from somewhere and it starts raining immediately, suddenly. And after some time, what happens? These clouds will go off and the sun will come again with the some sunshine, bright shine. So this will be happening in our daily life also. I think you have observed this, you have experienced this too, isn't it? Yes. So in this way, weather will be changing time to time. It may vary even for a short period of time also. In hour to hour also, weather may be changed in a particular place. We find that some aspects of weather keep changing, like the humidity changes, the wind changes, the temperature also may be changing in a particular place for a particular time. This, the temperature, humidity, rain, wind speed, these all will be changing in a place from time to time. If you say in the morning, temperature will be less. What happens to the afternoon in the summer season becomes very hot. Temperature increases. Again by the evening, it will be decreased. So temperature will be changing. Even humidity also. In the afternoon time, more amount of water vapor will be evaporated. So more humidity will be in there. In the night time or in the morning time, humidity will be less. Isn't it? And even rains also. Sometimes it rains very heavily. sometimes it won't be at all. Even sometimes wind blows with a very high speed, and often it won't be at all. So this will be continuously changing from time to time in a place. All this affects the life of human beings and other living organisms in that area. So this all constitutes weather. So the composite conditions of this all is called weather. So these all called as elements of weather. The temperature, humidity, rainfall, wind speed, and other factors which are being continuously changing in a particular place are called as the elements of the weather. Okay, what are those elements of weather? Temperature, rainfall, humidity, wind speed, and some other factors. These all are called as the elements of weather in a place. See, these we can say temperature, wind blow, rainfall, coolness, and humidity in a particular place. These all will come under elements of weather. So let us see first one of those elements of weather, temperature. Temperature depends upon the duration of sunshine. Yes, if the sun shines for longer time, temperature will be more in that area. If the sunshine won't be there for a long time, then temperature also won't be much. During the summer season, the duration of sunshine is longer, isn't it? Yes, the daytime will be more in a summer day, and it will very hot also. Due to this, the temperature is high in summer. The day temperature is minimum in the morning, and it is a maximum at the noon time. Yes, at any time, in the morning hours and in the evening hours, the temperature will be somewhat low, and the temperature in the noon time till very high. The two, if you consider in summer season, the temperature at the midday till in the noon time till very high, too hot it will be, isn't it? So in the morning hours and in evening hours, it will be somewhat cool and compared to the day noon time temperature. So in this way, temperature varies from time to time in a particular place. So it is one of the elements of weather. It changes. Next, one more, rainfall. The amount of water droplets that fall back on the earth after condensation of water vapors is called rainfall. In the earlier classes, we have studied how does rain occurs. How it happens? Actually, first, the water present in the water bodies on the earth, like lakes, rivers, ponds, ocean, from this all, the water will be evaporated due to the sunlight. So this evaporated water converts into clouds. These clouds will be moving from one place to another place. When these clouds touches cool gases or cool air in a particular area, immediately the water vapor present in the clouds starts converting into again liquid form. That is called condensation of water. So when this water condensed that converts into droplets of water, they come down in the form of rain. So in this way, the water vapor present in the clouds condenses and forms droplets of water which will come down and will fall back on the earth in the form of rainfall. When the temperature is too low, these droplets in the cloud get freezed. Actually, when this water vapor condenses because of coolness, that converts into droplets of water. If the temperature is very low, then what happens? These droplets of water, instead of coming down in the form of liquid, immediately that will be freezed there itself into small crystals. So they form small crystals of ice. They will come down along with the rainwater that we call as either snowfall. The crystals are much bigger. Then we say that as hailstones also. So these also often we observe. Sometimes what happens along with the rain, we see some ice crystals be falling down. That we say as hailstone. How does it happen? the water droplets, the water vapor present in the clouds, on touching the cool air, it converts into water droplets. If it cools much more cooler, then what happens? These droplets of water freezes immediately and converts into crystals of ice, which we call as hailstones. If they are very small in size, then we say it as snowfall. Okay, we observe snowfall and hailstones. Next, during winters, the temperature falls after sunset, causing condensation of water vapors near the ground. So these droplets hang in the air to form fog. Isn't it? I think you have observed in the winter morning, we observe fog in the air. How will it come? The water vapor present in the atmospheric air, cools down and condenses into very small droplets of water. These droplets of water will be in the air, they will be hanging in the air, and it forms fog. Okay, these are all the different condensations. The condensation of water vapor, which is the main reason for rainfall. So this also will be changing time to time. Sometimes completely it rains heavily, or sometimes instead of raining it forms like snow. Even sometimes hailstones also may fall. Even the winter nights we observe fog formation. Okay. Okay, if it is raining, how to measure the rainfall? Actually, we say generally it rained lightly, or sometimes if it is rain for a long time, then we say it rained heavily. We say this all. How to measure actually this rainfall? Generally, rainfall is generally measured in millimeters or centimeters. How to scale this? There is an instrument. The instrument that is used to measure the rainfall is called rain gauge. So this is the instrument used for calculating the rainfall or to measure the rainfall. How extent rain is, how extent the rain is, whether it is light rain or heavy rain. So these can be measured by using this rain gauge. So in this, the height of the water column collected from the rain is calculated in centimeters or millimeters. It is a measuring cylinder. See, you can see here there is a measuring cylinder with measuring units. I think you observed this. So this is a measuring cylinder with a funnel kept on its top. Here, a funnel is kept on this. Observe this. So a funnel is kept on the measuring jar. This is rain gauge. So this funnel collects the rainwater. If it is this equipment, if it is kept in the rain while it is raining, so this collects water into this measuring jar. So in the measuring cylinder gives the measure of the rainfall. So the water will be collected into this measuring jar. The height of the water collected in terms of millimeters or centimeters gives the extent of rainfall in that area. Okay. This is a rain gauge, the instrument used to calculate or to measure the rainfall in a place. Next, humidity. It is defined as the amount of water vapor in air which causes dampness of air. Yes, this we feel much in summer season. Humidity. Humidity is actually the amount of water vapor present in the air. The amount of water vapor present in the air is called humidity. It causes some dampness to the air. Air has the ability to hold certain amount of water vapor. Yes, some amount of water vapor will be uh, in the air at any time. The capacity of air to hold water increases with the rise in temperature. Yes, that's why we're telling in summer season there will be more humid nature, humid air. More amount of water vapor will be in the air because as the temperature increases, the capacity of holding water vapor for air increases. If the temperature is low or if the temperature falls down, the capacity of holding water vapor also will be decreased. So the water vapor present in the air, it cools down and converts into bigger droplets of water and it causes rainfall. Okay, if temperature increases, what happens? Air can hold more amount of water in it. So you will feel much sweat because of more humidity. The humidity is measured by the instrument called hygrometer. Yes, we can measure this humidity also. The instrument used for measuring this humidity is called hygrometer, which is generally consisting of two thermometers. So this hygrometer is made with two thermometers. It is used for measuring humidity in a place. We feel happy in the morning and evenings in the summer because the temperature will be somewhat less in that area in the morning and evenings. Okay, because at that time wind blows very pleasantly. These pleasant winds are called breeze. So in the mornings and evenings of summer, cool breezes blows. Cool breeze blows. So because of that, we feel a little comfort and we feel happy in the mornings and evenings of summer, isn't it? But in the daytime, what happens? It's very hot. We know that there is air in our surroundings and also that moving air is called wind. Yes, in the atmosphere around us, we know as there is wind, as there is air. This moving air is called wind, and the pleasantly moving air is called breeze. So in the morning, generally, any day, in the mornings and at the night time, we feel very pleasantly moving cool air. That pleasantly moving air is called breeze. Generally, the wind speed is caused due to the difference in air pressure. At normal conditions, air will be moving very slowly. Pleasant air movement will be there. That we call breeze. But sometimes we feel wind will be moving with a high speed. I observed it. Yes, we might have felt it often. And sometimes there will be no wind also. So these wind speeds differences are caused due to the difference in air pressure. During summer, the wind blows from Indian Ocean and Bay of Bengal and causes rain in our India. While during winter season, it blows from the mountains of North India that we say Himalaya mountains towards the northern plain and causes cold weather. Generally, it will be occurring in the winter season. So in this way, wind speed or wind blow also will be changed in a particular place based upon the season. Generally, in the winter season and in the rainy season, in rainy season generally, air blows from Indian Ocean and Bay of Bengal. They cause rainings to us. And in the winter season, what happens? Wind blows from north side, that means from the Himalayas. So those air we know they'll be very cool. So they causes winter season to us. The report that explains the future conditions in a is a weather forecast. Actually, the report which explains the future conditions is known as weather forecast. Means the report which is explaining us how the condition is going to be, like how it is going to be like very hot or very cool, whether it is going to rain or it is going to wind blow. So these are all conditions which explains us about the future conditions is called weather forecast. The report that explains about past conditions, already completed conditions, is a weather report. So weather report is about the conditions which are done, happened already. Weather forecast is which is explaining about future conditions. But what we say in common, the in our conversations, what we say both as weather report. But actually, to say the one which is giving information about the future conditions is weather forecast. The one which is giving information about the completed weather conditions is called weather report. Okay, so in this way they give weather reports and weather forecast. Weather report represents about the already completed weather conditions. Weather forecast gives information about the upcoming conditions. So in this way, this weather forecast gives predictions about the weather. That we say weather forecast. The prediction of weather is done by scientists called meteorologists. So the scientists which predict the weather are called meteorologists who study the changes in the weather. So they will study the changes in the weather and they will predict the weather. They give weather forecast. The weather is predicted by studying the pattern of weather and factors affecting them. Yes, they will study these all. The pattern of weather in a particular place and the factors affecting them. These all they are studied by those scientists and they give the prediction of weather. The science which deals with the study of weather is called meteorology. In India, the weather reports are prepared by the meteorological department of government. Yes, they do give us weather forecast. This department collects the data of temperature, wind, wind speed, and rain condition, cloudy condition. These all they will collect the informations and they give forecast. And predict, after collecting these all, they predict weather on television or radio or newspaper. Through this, they will give information to us. Okay, this is about weather prediction. Thank you for watching our video. Please subscribe our YouTube channel Aims Today for receiving latest updates and recorded videos. Thank you.